I see you too. So I'm trying to think, how do we, what do you want?
That's wonderful. That is wonderful.
You stop.
No,
Stop
you
it. No,
stop. You
stop.
stop it.
All right.
Stop it.
My turn.
Okay. Why is only he showing? Two. There's so many of you on my screen. There's four of you. You're more, okay,
Okay,
now
well, you
two
need to
dropped
talk to
off.
your technician about that or take less LSD. What can I tell you?
Oh, this is spectacular. This will be the best show I've had all day. So, you are
Really? You've
fantastic.
done some other show. Last but not least, the best show.
Yeah, the
All right.
absolute best thus far. So, for those of us who just met you yesterday, what a privilege. Tell us everything about you. What are your hopes, your dreams, and what are you doing with this music festival, which I came up with the idea at the Sierra Nevada one. But you did all the work, so tell us all about
Hello. My name is Jeffrey T, and I'm a clean and sober guy.
it.
And I don't know, I guess about 4 or 5 years ago, I was walking down the street with a newcomer, a lady friend of mine. And that's all, just a newcomer. And Teresa S. said to me, she said, well, is this all you do? And I said, well, what do you mean, is this all you do? She said, is this all we do? We just go to meeting, not drink today, call our sponsor, go to meeting, eat some food, not drink today, call our sponsor. She said, well, don't you guys ever have like picnics? And I said, well, yeah, honey, we could have a picnic, no problem. Give me a date. She said, no, don't you all get together? Because I'm out in the West Marin Fellowship and the fellowship off the coast of Mendocino. And I said, we don't. It pretty much sticks in the mud. What do you think? She said, definitely sticks in the mud. I'll start drinking again. I said, don't do that. We'll do a picnic.
Aw.
And then a couple of years later, I too went to the Sierra Nevada Music Festival and said, wow, look at this place. It's just packed.
That was amazing.
Yeah. But and no particular music festival in mind, but I thought to myself, well, when I as an addict, when I go to a music festival, it has to be, radar on full 360. Because what happens is you're going backwards, you are regressing in time, right? Going back to places where people smoke a lot of pot, drink a lot of alcohol. And in my old pot smoking and alcohol days, I would say, yeehaw, that's great. So what does that mean? Like, for example, I'll go to the Hardly Strictly Bluegrass Festival, and I knew Warren and Chris Hellman, and they're both gone now. But their daughter, Tricia, has the festival, and the grandkids. So what happens is you turn the radar on full 360, and you have to go about it in a different way. So I go early in the morning at 11, and I stay until 2:30 or
That's
3.
early in the morning.
Yeah. And,
11.
well, that's when the music starts. I don't set the time of the music. The producers do. Trisha does. And so I leave at 2:30, not at 7, when it really kind of gets out of control. So you have these music festivals that are great, but they're based around using. And then you have these festivals or these things happening in the past, which are like Grateful Dead shows, which have sober areas,
Mm-hmm.
Burning Man, which has, sober camps. And you have other festivals where 2 or 3 sober people go and they stick together. So I thought, what about creating an atmosphere with the Clean and Sober Music Festival? I said, well, gee, the hard part about that would be to find clean and sober bands. But we found them, which is great. And so that being said, I talked to my board person, and he said, well, we can't police anybody. We can't do anything, but we can express exactly what we want. We're creating an atmosphere with clean and sober fun where you don't have to worry about your kids or you
I
don't have to
love
worry
that.
about your significant other, all of that
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's the idea behind the Clean and Sober Music Festival. So as you know, spaces are really expensive, so we needed to set this someplace close to the Bay Area that was affordable, and Boonville was it. Jim and the board of directors at the Mendocino County Fair have been great. So that's what we decided to do. So it's coming up. So we have the Cold Tape Band coming up, and Cole's been clean for a while, and I really don't want to break any of his anonymity, but he said I could, and he has a clean band.
But I
And
will.
Stephanie Keith used to play with Big Brothers and the holding company. Well, I don't want to go into any
Ah,
explanations. I hope you
absolutely
edit
understandable.
this out.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, you have to ask people one-on-one where we're doing this festival. So you've got 12 years worth of sobriety. Are you anonymous about it, or are you not? Don't publish as part of it. This is not for the airwaves, but you have to ask people. And one person I asked, and the other person I haven't seen, so I haven't had a chance. This is a personal question. Like I would ask you,
Mm-hmm.
look, it's Clean and Sober Music Festival. We're going to pick up some press because Alcoholics Anonymous remains, and we're not part of AA. We are sober people who have open meetings there. But anyhow, let's talk about the festival. We don't have to talk about the
Thank
internal
you.
politics.
I know. We'll talk about that behind everybody's back, like decent, respectable folk.
Yes. Okay. So anyhow, and then you've got Cold Tape Band playing. You've got Lauren Rowan and Blue Jam, and Lauren Rowan is part of the Rowan brothers.
That's
Peter
so
Rowan, Chris
cool.
Rowan. They're very well known. You have all the information on the card about them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Stephanie Keys
Yeah,
band,
I'm
and
really
Stephanie.
excited about her. I'm really excited. You said
Good.
she was local
Good.
from Vallejo?
Yeah. And then you have Kevin Griffin also. And
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Griffin is a Buddhist teacher who's written several books about meditation and the 12 steps. And Kevin's basic philosophy is if you come to a meditation meeting and you're meditating with the 12 steps, meditation will come very easy to you. So there are a lot of people out there who haven't found programs. They don't necessarily have a problem drinking and using, but they haven't found programs, so they haven't found meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, I just want to tell you addicts in the room, because you're in, AA and Al-Anon and NA, you've learned to meditate. So you're going to be that much further ahead of the other crazy lunatic running around out on the street. So the program has its quiet advantages.
This is very cool. I can't believe you put this all together. It sounds like a overwhelming undertaking, but
it is. Do I look like I need two porters to carry the bags under my eyes? Don't worry, they've changed. They used to be like two burn holes in a blanket, right? Whoa.
Yeah. I can't even imagine. You look good. You look very good.
Yeah, and then they're the real Sarahs.
I know. So one of them just called me, by the way, and I was setting up. So yeah, we're gonna do a little quick hello, how are you with her as well.
That's good. So actually what happened is a friend of mine who's on my board, because we are a small nonprofit, said to me, holy cow, are you out of your mind? I said, what? I said, yes, only half though. He said, you go find a local band. And I said, well, I heard about this band and it's all girls. He said, perfect, because there's only Stephanie and then like 26 men. So we threw some more women in the mix. So I went to see them in Point Arena and they were great. I mean, please don't, I don't know if you should play this or not, but there they were in the evening in a bar and it was great. They were all playing guitar. Then somebody whipped out a cello. Then somebody played the harmonica and they were singing, Joni Mitchell tunes and it was just great. And I thought these would be the perfect girls to open the day.
These sound great. Are they like, I mean, I don't want to compare them, but do they have kind of the same vibe as Lady Antebellum?
Oh, look at the big brain on Brad. I don't know that much about it, but you do. Whoa, I'm sorry.
I read something.
I'm sorry. I see.
I can read. I'm leading you
then
in.
Maybe you can tell me where that line came from. Look at the big brain on Brad. Quentin Tarantino. There's another hint.
That's awesome.
Pulp Fiction.
I actually got some feedback from a Tarantino today. Feeling pretty good about it.
Okay, good. From a Tarantino or Quentin Tarantino? You have contact with Tarantino?
Oh, are you kidding? If I did, I would have said Quentin. Like my homie. No, I don't. I do not. But it was a Tarantino, and that counts. That has to count somehow.
Was a Tarantino, and that counts. Okay, so what else can I tell you? Our
Okay, so
website
how
is,
much does it cost? When do we need to get there? Is there camping? Is
great,
there anything
great. Okay,
provided?
okay. So I have this overachiever who does my website. Uncle Itchy is what I call him, but his real name is Rich S. And Rich has got some time. So Rich said, I'll do your website. So
That's
our
wonderful.
website URL is CS Music Fest, CS for clean and sober,
Clever.
musicfest.org.
Mm-hmm.
You can also, so go on our website. Uh, Friday night camping starts at 3 o'clock, and then there'll be a meeting. Tiaga P will have a meeting at 7. And then, of course, we're going to be running around crazy setting up the stage. Then Saturday morning, there's a meeting. And then 10 to 11. And then at 12, the music starts. There'll be a little raffle. It stops at 6 or 6:30. Kevin Griffin's going to do a little meditation with everybody. We're going to say goodbye to our friend Robin Williams, who also suffered from this disease.
Mm-hmm.
And so my friend Jerry managed to even spell Robin. We're going to let some balloons go. And then we're just going to do what God normally does. He turns down the lights in the evening, and we're just going to spend time together. And then, there's all this, let's do stuff. So let's do stuff period of time. And then there's the quiet time. There's the quiet time to reflect that you're camping.
I like
You're a
it.
star.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, addicts have it a little harder than other people. So they lose a lot and then they get it all back. But what happens with these clean and sober music festivals is, like, for example, if you and I were friends, and we will be friends, it would be a chance for you and I to catch up with each other during the year, you see. So you catch up with your friends, eat ice cream, laugh, sit in chairs, just simple things. And then in the evening you camp, and Sunday morning there'll be a meeting from 10 until 11, and then we'll all go home. And so we need the groups of Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, Al-Anon, shit, overeaters, quit
Yeah.
smoking, whatever you want to do, come to the festival, and we'll be there waiting for you with a great day of entertainment.
And I think it's so important. You're right. As much as I love ice cream, I think the connection that we're having when you do a venue of this size, and this is so fantastic for the whole community. I just wish I knew a little sooner. I don't know how you know, we missed the mark on that since you're so close to me.
Right. Well, it's a very narrow kind of, we kind of talked about, well, how do we let people know about this? And it's very narrow. So
Mm-hmm.
we mailed packages to AA meeting. We went to the intergroup. We went to AA meetings and announced it. We certainly, one person leads to another, leads to another. But, like, for example, if you do marketing on Facebook, they don't say, you do this range of things and you pay $50. You say, I want to tell everybody. So really, it's an interesting thing. And actually, Google's gotten onto this. I don't know if you saw it, but there was
Oh,
an
I did.
article in Google.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes,
did.
yeah,
Yeah.
explain it in case somebody didn't see it.
No. Well, basically, Google's saying we're going to stop, even though it generates lots of money because drug addiction and alcoholism is accelerating at a phenomenal rate. We say we're stopping now. We're freezing our treatment center advertising because we're finding
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of bullshit advertising here. We
And
need to
there was.
stop,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and investigate that. So I don't know why we started talking about. Oh, I know, Facebook. So Zuckerberg. So there's no button that you click that says we're trying to reach addicts and alcoholics. So actually, it's pretty funny. So let's say, for example, I Google an AA meeting, and I'm looking there for an AA meeting in Ukiah or in Napa. Then all of a sudden, I look right, and an ad pops up for Duffy's or Serenity Knolls or something. I go, well, wait a minute. Well, there it is. Okay, there's the ad. But we're not actually looking for drunks. We're looking for drunks that are in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no button to hit for that, you see. So it makes it hard to
Interesting. I'm
find
glad you brought that up.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know Greg Williams and Ryan Hampton have been like really on point. They're the ones who kind of helped push Zuckerberg into the see the light, because they were
Right.
just it was impossible for any nonprofit to compete with these $1 million ads. So
Right.
yeah, that's what was
Right.
happening.
And
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if we told them we were. Although I can tell you this much, I'm not happy with those guys because they cut me off because the other way I've been banned until the 15th. So they know what's going on. I swear to God, they know what's, and not only banned once, I was banned twice. So what I did is I thought, okay, I'll look up recovery and meetings in the Napa Valley area,
Huh.
friends groups. So you see, Napa Valley, Lamos in recovery. And so you click, I want to join this group. And then you advertise on it. But what Facebook sees is they see, oh, he's advertising. So we're going to give them a couple of more to join a couple of groups. The Guerneville recovery group, Guerneville Uptown, Napa Valley, fun stuff to do. You join these groups and you get 5 or 10,000 people in these groups. But they saw that I was doing that. So I wrote them and said, look, I'm doing it, but I'm doing it because there's a really exciting new event coming up. And P.S. Lamos, we're advertising with you. We haven't spent a lot of money, but we spent, $287. So they cut me off, and they know exactly what's going on. They cut me off until noon on the 15th.
Oh no. Well, see, I came in and I saw and I conquered, and we are going to be promoting it until they kick me out.
Great. So if you want to
I can
do that,
do
that's
that.
the best thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Go to our Facebook page, Clean and Sober Music Festival in Boonville, Clean and Sober Music Festival Boonville,
Okay.
and click on it and share that thing, until Zuckerberg goes, holy shit, who are these guys over here? They've come around Robin's barn and they're running up the other side of the fence here. Oh,
I
cut
can't
them all
believe
off.
he'll
Right?
probably cut me off just for calling him Mark Zuckerman. It's Zuckerberg. Oops, I totally didn't do that on purpose.
Yeah.
But this is great. So just to recap, it's next Saturday, October 14th, right? Starts at noon, ends at
Come to the meeting at
6.
10.
Okay.
Yeah. Come to the meeting at 10 in the morning.
That's wonderful. And then at the end, we're going to have a little meditation, a little.
Gavin Griffin.
Okay. All right. I will have as many as I can on here. We're going to make this a good turnout.
Thank you. So don't forget to go ahead.
How can we help you in any other way besides promoting the event?
Well, share us on Facebook, Clean and Sober Music Festival Boonville.
Okay.
Buy your tickets at Eventbrite, and don't forget when you go there, it says buy tickets. You can buy an adult ticket. I think they're $24, which is a modest amount.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's $32,000. $12, $32,000. I can't run the numbers. And then there are campsites. If you have a tent, 2 people are $25. If you have the Bago, it's I think $45. 2 people, extra person's $10. Don't worry about it. We're asking people not to bring dogs because I didn't even ask the fairgrounds, but I saw no dogs allowed, and that's all.
Clean and Sober Music Fest, Saturday, October 14th, 2017. For all of the people that are wondering if it is going to happen, absolutely. Community needs the unity, especially now. It's noon to 6, Mendocino County Fairgrounds, Boonville, California. Check them out. Check the lineup at cleanandsobermusicfest.org. Hope to see you there.